Hi, so today I wanted to talk about spiritual names. In the book of Revelations, it says that for him who overcomes will be given a white stone and a new name. This didn't particularly have any meaning for me until I received my new name. Um, I went through many years of extremely deep spiritual revelation. I'm still going through that process. At this time, I'm kind of in a new low and I'm trying to pull myself back up because I was on a high flying disc, as Abraham Hicks would say, for 3 years. Um, anyway, during this time, I had learned that some people would get spiritual names. So before I went to bed, I prayed and I asked that if I was worthy of a spiritual name, to give me a spiritual name. And that night, I had a dream. And in the dream, I was in this dark place and there was a bright, like, spotlight coming from above. And I was in a spiritual gown that was like a blue satiny nightgown that went all the way to the floor. And I was there and it was like a lucid dream. It was more than a dream. It was like I was in this spiritual place and there was two voices from above. And to me, these voices seemed to be like angels. And over time, I've thought about it. Perhaps one was Jesus, perhaps one was my angel, perhaps it was just a random angels. But they said to me, they said, she looks just like, and they gave me my name. I looked up this name. It's a very simple name. It's a name I have absolutely no attachments to. It's not a name I thought was, you know, a pretend name I used to use as a little girl or anything. This is just completely a random name. It is a Christian name, and I looked up its meaning. It just, has a very simple meaning. But the point is that I got my new name, and I am so very thankful. And that was, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. And recently, I've been going through a period of time where I've been doing sort of spiritual warfare. I don't recommend this because it lowers your frequency and it's sometimes can be hard to get yourself out of that funk. But I'm very much working on that. And in going through spiritual warfare, I've been taking salt baths and praying while in the bath, just being asked for this feeling to be lifted off of me. I see you. Come on, go around. And so I asked for this feeling to be lifted off of me, and I've been taking baths day and night, day and night. And I just knew that at some point that this would give me relief. It would kind of make me feel better. Um, and I was in the tub, and I closed my eyes, and I was desperate to try to find a better feeling place. And so I began to try to like visualize a being loving me, like an angel or Jesus, like just showering me, filling up my cup with love. So I kind of visualized like a Jesus like figure above me, and I saw him hold out his hand, and he gave me a white stone. It was like a pearl, and it was surrounded in gold and like thin twine of gold. And it was so amazingly special for me because I feel that this was like knowing, I remember going to church when I was young and they would be like, you're the chosen ones and, the chosen people. And it didn't mean much to me. But now I know that I have found my place and that I have a spiritual place and I've been given the white stone and the spiritual name. Anyway, I'll end there because I'm getting a little emotional. Anyway, let me know if you've received a spiritual name. And by the way, I've heard through the grapevine, and I don't know this to be fact, but you're not technically supposed to tell anybody your name. I did tell somebody my spiritual name because I was very excited, and that person is an ex of mine, and I certainly hope that they have forgotten and never used that name, because I have heard that if somebody knows your spiritual name, they can control you, and that whenever you learn to discern spirits and energies and different energies, um, one of the ways that you can test the spirits to know if you're speaking to a good spirit or a bad spirit or energy is by seeing if they know your spiritual name. Now, because particularly I told someone who I should not have told, but that was a while ago, and I haven't heard anything about that. I don't particularly use that as a tool because it's possible that any energies that are connected with him may know that. But again, I hope not. I'm not going to put too much energy or thought into that. I'm just thankful that I was given the new name and I was given the white stone in a vision. Um, Being an intuitive introvert, which is, a personality type, I have a lot of experiences like this. Like Carl Jung said, an intuitive introvert will have their entire own um, reality in life, and I know everybody has their own reality in life, but specifically, for example, Carl Jung says that one of his patients, um, who is an intuitive introvert like myself, her problem when she came to him, she said that she had in her belly was a snake, and as they went through psychotherapy, she would like, oh, now the snake's up at my neck. And I, as a person who can discern spirits, and often they show up as snakes and such, to allow you to see through your third eye what is the spiritual problem going on behind face value. And so I understand that, and I'm learning more about that, and I'm fascinated to learn more and to grow and to become a better therapist and to embrace my authentic self and to continue to have spiritual revelations and dreams and visions. And I'd love to hear from anybody else who has experiences similar. Thanks. Bye.